It is halftime for the Clio Cup SoF League Week 6 in Virginia, the Virginia International Raceway, a track the Clio SoF has seen a lot in the past, and I have a few things to tell you. One is of course the number of drivers, 57, so almost 4 splits again. We got 3 with 19 cars each, full pack, and a bit of a different presentation for the start of this broadcast, because I have something to show you, something big for the Clio community, and that is an own Clio Cup SoF website. And if my editing skills are anything worth it, it should be already appearing on screen, showing stuff from the website, which is publicly available. Excuse me. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. So some bugs need to be tweaked and fixed and everything, but it is a data heaven for the Clio Cup SoF. You have everything you need. The split championships, a driver database, a track database. It shows you how many drivers were in each race for each SoF week. So many great things, and I'm really happy that this thing exists. The official championship standings still on duncanwatts.com, and hopefully I set the website right, or else I made a fool out of myself, which could be a theme in this race. We don't know. That wasn't me. But yeah, I am in split 1 as well. And let's see how things went, because I think the video in the background should now be over. So let's take a look how qualifying went, and then we will meet at the start of the race. We now know our starting grid, and the lights are about to go green, just a few seconds away from race 6 of the top split of this season, and we are racing Da Costa Freitas El Hariri. 1, 2, 3. So far everything looks fine. We have here Joe Tilner and John Cook, and into turn 1, and I don't want to look, and I made an ass of myself, ladies and gentlemen. I made a total fool out of this. I misjudged the braking, I miscounted the brake shields, the brake signs on the left. Suddenly the corner appeared, and I dove right into Stephen Hurd and Kevin Anfield, ruining almost an entire race. Yeah, I am so sorry about that. Oh! John Cook and Gilberto. This was also not good. So yeah, one final time before I go fully into the race itself. Stephen, Kevin, I apologize for my dumb mistake. Won't happen again. It was no ill intent. It was just stupidity. I am sorry. So, with that out of the way, let's see how the rest of the race is performing. We have seen 2 incidents already. We had a third one in turn 1 as well. I don't know if we saw it that well. Another driver, Mert Gütünce, did the same thing as I did, which is not very nice. Intent or not, it was just stupid on my end, and yeah. And enough of that. already said more than enough about it. We had 3 incidents in lap 1. Gilberto is somewhere at the end of the field. John Cook has been ported to the pits. So yeah, let's take a look how things are. We have a top group of 6 cars leading away. Then a bit of a gap between Travis Linscomb Hatfield and Kevin Enfield. Hatfield and Enfield sounds pretty similar. Doesn't matter, of course, after the incidents in turn 1. So quite a bit of a gap. I know that Steven had front damage as a result. I don't know about Kevin. I hit him pretty hard in the back. And yeah. Not my brightest moment. But let's focus on the top group. Da Costa, Freitosh, El Hariri, Lazak Smith, Gibret, and Linscomb Hatfield. The top 6. Lazak Smith, consistent in the last few weeks. He is in P4, chasing P3. Andy Oakley and Sidney Hart side by side, leading this pack from P12 downwards. And Kevin Anfield having Joe Tilner and Mert Güntünscher right behind him. I try to take a look. There is no visible thing, at least from the outside. Don't know if there was any rear damage in driving wise, but at least from the outside here it looks fine. But I hit him pretty hard. Da Costa is leading, Miguel Freitas chasing. We know this image by now. It is basically the image of the season. We have Isaac Mitchell and Fausto Castiglioni. This is for P14 and 15. Isaac Mitchell started the season in Split 2, now is more and more often in Split 1. And we have a driver that left. Russell Bright, not by choice, it was a disconnect. I think he joined a few minutes later just to end the race, but I think, yeah, I think he joined later. We might see it once his name flashes brighter back again at the end of the race. But yeah, always sucks to participate in the race and then get a connection issue, and here we are. Isaac Mitchell, behind him are Fausto Castiglioni and John Duncan. Also a driver that started in Split 2. His front bumper is a bit damaged as well. Don't know what happened to him. I mean, not as badly damaged as car 15 once. Look at that beauty. Güntünscher, Tilner, side by side. Güntünscher stays in the back. Smart decision, but as a result, Kevin Anfield ever so slightly gets away from this group, containing Tilner, Güntünscher, Stephen Hurt, and myself, driving with a massive damage. I'm just looking to see if this group extends its lead, if one is dropping off or not, but so far, no, they are pretty tight. 02, 04, 04, oh, a little bit of smoke, but nothing too major. They have great pace, and so far Travis Linscomb Hatfield, the one with the fastest lap. It's a long lap here in Virginia, big course, well over 2 minutes. We saw 2:06s in qualifying. Breitash looking to the inside, no, too far away. Like I said, the story of the season. We are still missing Roman Perschke, which is a damn shame. Because if I am correct, with my head knowledge, this means he won't get 8 results if he returns this season. Which would mean only getting 7 results, which is basically out of contention for the championship. Tilna, Götuncha, still fighting for P7. Stephen Hurd right behind them. He could go faster even with his front damage. You can see it. Tilna, Götuncha, side by side, and they touch, and they touch, and they fly, and ow! He even losing a wheel. Ouch! That hurt. Nasty impact by Joe Tilna. Massive, massive incident. Dropping Götuncha down to P11, P10, sorry, because Joe Tilner has been ported to the pit, so he is leading, quote unquote, for a few moments, which he is not, but Freitasch. Oh, little bit of touching between 1 and 2. Da Costa sliding side by side again, and El Hariri, he is real close to the action. Lazark Smith, Cedric Gibbert, Linscombe Hatfield. Look at this leading pack, and there is touching it. El Hariri gets shunted into the pits, which basically means his race is over, because I believe, judging by the sheer pace that they had, he will also most likely have gotten a penalty for speeding in the pit lane as a result. So yeah, Muhammad's race is over. And I think, yeah, he also left, so this tells me there was clearly a penalty as well, so there is no reason to fight, no reason to drive again. I understand it. Sucks that it happens. But this is a tight battle here in the top 5. Sadly, no longer top 6. Linscombe Hatfield, 3rd SoF race in his career, if I remember correctly. I should remember correctly, because he's my teammate at the Mellons 24 hours later this year. I should know these things. Götuncha under attack from Andy Oakley. Götuncha, he was involved in this big shunt with Joe Tilner, who is still in the pits. Stephen Hurd with a little bit of a mistake. No, it was fine. It was fine. I remember he had an incident, it was in turn 1 where he one time had a little bit of a problem. Difficult turn, this first corner. And he has damage from the start. We have to remember that. Not as bad as my bumper. My car at this stage of the race was not fun to drive, but there's only one person to blame for that. And Da Costa, now he is the chaser. Freitasch, he is the leader, both in the race and the championship. So it would be very, very important for Da Costa to get past him. We talked about it several times. He has less results than Freitasch. Especially if we count Oschersleben as a drop, we get, oh, look at this car. Götuncha, Oakley. I remember I had a slowdown because I had driven in turn 16 a bit too far to the inside, giving me a slowdown, losing a few positions. And after driving in P8 for a while, but I said it in the Clio Discord, link in the description for all that are interested. Rightfully so for the stupidity in turn 1. I did not deserve a good result. That, at least my opinion. It was a major blunder. Didn't deserve a good position. So I am totally fine with ruining my own race with mistakes. As long as you don't ruin others' races and Steven's race got affected by it. Kevin probably as well in terms of rear damage, I assume, because like I said, I hit him pretty hard. So yeah. As long as you ruin your own races, it's one thing. If you ruin other, or at least impact it massively, it's, yeah. You know what I want to say. And as I promised, Russell Bright returns. I mean, there is not much to drive, but thank you for returning, Russell. Great YouTuber, by the way. I think I mention it every time he is in one of these broadcasts. And yeah, we are 2.5 minutes away, and the leading pack is still fighting and going strong. Still within a bit over a second. Stephen Hurd now in P7, bit of a redemption after lap 1. And we are, I think we are now in the final. It's really close to the mark. I think this is the final lap. Yes, this is the final lap. I just saw the white flag being waved. Andy Oakley to the outside, trying to get past Mert Gürtüncer. And Da Costa and Freitasch. Freitasch is leading. Linscomb Hatfield to the inside, showing himself against Cedric Gibret. Doesn't succeed though. Cost them, of course, in terms of time, but good effort by Travis Linscomb Hatfield. But Cedric Gibret, very well defended. Lazark Smith not really in striking distance, but in you make a mistake and I take advantage of it territory. Which could happen. Freitasch and Costa, they already touched a bit in this race. We also saw the incident with Muhammad El Hariri. Okay, we are jumping back to Stephen Hurd, Mert Gürtüncer around P7, but this could get close. We are in the final stages of the race and our leaders are so close together. Look at this, look. Da Costa to the outside is ever so slightly faster. He is now leading. He is now in front, up the hill, braking, movement, touching, Lazark Smith touching Freitasch, and that settles the deal. Dylan Da Costa, would he have get past without it? I don't know. It certainly helped. But it is what it is. Dylan Da Costa winning the race. Miguel Freitasch P2, James Lazark Smith P3, Gibret, Linscomb Hatfield, then Anfield, then Gürtüncer, Oakley and Hurd close together. And I dropped down to P14 in the end after another mistake, rightfully so, if I may add. We are still waiting on Gilberto Struck, Joe Tilner, John Cook and Russell Bright to finish their race. Why does the camera focus on me? To put extra shame on me, probably. Fine, I take it. But can we please show another car now? Thank you, Gilberto. Not the race he hoped to have. P15, early incident with John Cook that caused this to go off the rails. We're waiting still on 3 cars. Yeah, it's a big track, but we wait for them. Of course. Next is Joe Tilner, who had this massive shunt against Mert Gürtüncer. And now all that is left are John Cook and Russell Bright. Here they come. Cook, Bright, 1 disconnect, 1 incident, 1 big crash. And here we are. the top 10 from Da Costa to Isaac Mitchell. Congratulations. Great pace from the top 5. And the second half, I'm not gonna continue to talk about myself. Rough race for me though. But great battle for the lead. Still, we have to take a look what really happened with Muhammad and Dylan there, because this was the race deciding incident for Muhammad El Hariri. But now let's take a look at the championship standings, and then we return back once again to ClioSoF.com to take a look at the Split 1 championship standings. And here we are at the standings at challenge.duncanwatts.com. This is not on ClioSoF.com, but both links are in the description. And now that we are at the halfway point of the season, let's take a look. Freitash, 70 points, looks big. We talk about it each and every week. Drop rounds, Dylan Da Costa has basically 2 drop rounds, so you know the drill by now. Let's start at the soonest. Talk about it in Brands Hatch. Then we have a tight battle with Cedric Gibbert, Kevin Alfred, James Lazak Smith, and Muhammad El Hariri for P3 in the standings. Oh, one little thing. The presentation of these standings may look a bit different than what we usually had, mainly due to ClioSoF.com. So maybe also this part looks a bit different, just a little bit. Small heads up. Rui Teixeira, 3 races, but 100 points is P7. Isaac Mitchell, John Duncan, and John Cook finishing out the top 10. Where are other Split 1 drivers from today's race? Björn was missing. Myself in P12. Stephen Hurd with 3 races in P13. 64 points. Speaking of 3 races and a clear pathway forward, Travis Linscomb Hatfield, 60, then P9, then 5. Another one with 3 races, Mert Götunca, first time in the top split. He is in P16, and now we take a look where are the others we saw in today's Split 1 race. Sydney Hartz in 23, Andy Oakley in 29. Another one with 3 races. 3 seems to be quite popular. 50% of the season. Fausto Castiglione, second time ever in the Clio SoF. He is in P37. And do we have one more? No, I believe that was the final one in the official standings. And now we take a look at the Split 1 standings on ClioSoF.com, link in the description. And yeah, similar things, but not the same. Freitash and Da Costa 1-2, that is the same, but Anfield is in P3 under this point system. This is the same point system I used in my Excel sheets. So yeah, it looks just different, but since the website is brand new, I wanted to present it at least for this week. Maybe we return to the spreadsheet with the flags and the sync to see where everyone got their points, but I think this is a nice presentation as well. So yeah, there are a few tweaks in it due to a different point system, but the overall theme is pretty similar. Like I said, minor tweaks with Anfield in P3. And as we are scrolling, and like I said, don't know how I will present it. If I present it the way I think I will, you will see a slow scrolling down the standings. Oh hey, I'm in P24, that's my favorite number. Fun fact, by the way. And yeah, Roman Perschke, he is in P29. He has 1 race. We have 6 races remaining. So 1 + 6 = 7. And we assume our championship leaders will get at least 8 results. So Roman Perschke will not be in the title fight. This is basically official now. It sucks. We hope to have him back sooner rather than later. So we are waiting for you, Roman. I need more Austrians in the field. Then, how many drivers do we have? Fausto Castiglione, he made his Split 1 debut. We have 45 drivers with Joe Tilner and Russell J. Bright finishing up the Split 1 standing. So yeah, maybe it will look a bit different. Depends on how I can do it with the editing. But we don't want to spend too much time on this. Your valuable time needs to be spent wisely. So quick, we have a Split 2 race tomorrow, Split 3 the day after, and now we have a few replays to take a look at, and then I hope to see you tomorrow for Split 2, but because I am looking forward to this one. I always say it, the races I am not in are basically the most interesting for me to commentate because I have no idea what happens. So I go in there blindly with you and just commentate on what I see. Speaking of seeing, I hope to see you again tomorrow for Split 2. And now I will leave you with a few highlights of this race of Top Split in Virginia, and have a good day.